easy target for Jeffrey Epstein. You had young, ambitious, beautiful women, and Jeffrey Epstein promised to make their dreams come true.
And it looked horrible. This man that she worked for, she called him her client, and he likes to receive massages. Well, I don't have any massage experience. She said, it doesn't matter, you know, he just likes young, pretty girls. Finally, he walks in with a towel wrapped around his body. I had never seen anything like that before in my life.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
I call it the Epstein hoax.
Total bullshit, okay? It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax.
The Epstein File, The Untold Story, August 10th, 2019, 6:30 a.m. Metropolitan Correctional Center, New York.
I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
Security cameras malfunctioned. Guards asleep. Cellmate transferred the night before. A man who knew the world's darkest secrets was found dead. Official story: suicide. But here's what they don't tell you. This wasn't just about one predator. This was about a machine. A machine built over 40 years. A machine that connected presidents, princes, and billionaires. A machine that made $577 million appear from nowhere.
Monica, let's start with you. Some of Trump's top Justice Department officials now say they want federal prosecutors to speak to convicted Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell. So what is behind this move?
Would you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Could you please give us your name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
A machine that the FBI called belonging to intelligence. A machine that's still running today. I'm about to show you something no one has connected before. The story you think you know about Jeffrey Epstein? That's exactly what they want you to believe.
I was always very good at mathematics. It's what made you interested. It was solving puzzles. It's a strange feeling when you get the right answer to a puzzle.
He never graduated from college. However, he was able, because of his intelligence, to find work at the Dalton School on the Upper East Side in Manhattan.
This is the Epstein Machine. Chapter 1, The Nobody Who Became Everybody. For Jeffrey Epstein is 21 years old. College dropout. No degree. No money. No connections. But he gets hired at Dalton School, one of Manhattan's most elite prep schools. Wait, how does a college dropout with zero teaching credentials get hired at a school where tuition costs more than most people's salary? The answer: Donald Barr. William Barr's father. Yes, that William Barr, Trump's attorney general. But here's the really disturbing part.
One thing that's very clear, when people say, please share names, there are names that are very well known, like that of Les Wexner, who everyone knows supplied an enormous amount of Epstein's, financial wealth and allowed this operation to happen. So it's, I think, confusing to many of us why there have not been more ramifications for him.
In 1973, Donald Barr wrote a science fiction novel called Space Relations. The plot? A future where rich elites run breeding clinics, using enslaved teenagers. 1 year later, he hires Jeffrey Epstein, a man with no qualifications, to teach at a school full of ultra-rich children. Coincidence?
Girls and women were subject to sexual assault, sexual exploitation, through coercion, false imprisonment.
Are you released from jail at some time? Do you have to report back to jail on a daily basis?
Yes, I report back to jail at 8 p.m.
Every single day?
Yes, sir.
And is it 7 days a week that you're out on work release?
No, sir.
How many days a week are you out on work release?
6.
At Dalton, Epstein meets his first billionaire connection, Ace Greenberg, chairman of Bear Stearns investment bank.
Jeffrey Epstein was my math teacher for the 2 years he was at Dalton. He had this thick Brooklyn accent. He was so personable and so charismatic. And he found what I think was a brilliant way to meet rich people, which is through their children.
Greenberg's son was Epstein's student. Epstein wasn't there to teach math. He was there to study the children of the wealthy. He was learning how they think. How they operate. How to access them. This was his training ground.
Here's a guy who was smart, charming, cunning. He knew how to read people and get what he needed from them.
In 1980, Epstein even appears in Cosmo magazine as a Bachelor of the Month. And he's described as a financial strategist who talks only to people who make over $1 million a year.
By 1976, Epstein is at Bear Stearns. By 1980, he's a limited partner. But in 1981, he's fired. Official reason: minor rule violations. Bull asterisk asterisk it. Here's what really happened. The SEC was investigating insider trading linked to a corporate takeover.
One thing that's very clear when people say, please share names, there are names that are very well known, like that of Les Wexner, who everyone knows supplied an enormous amount of Epstein's, financial wealth and allowed this operation to happen. So it's, I think, confusing to many of us why there have not been more ramifications for him.
Epstein was interviewed. The SEC said his denials were skeptical. Translation: they knew he was lying, but he was never charged. Why? Because Epstein had already learned the most valuable skill in the world: how to make himself useful to powerful people. And that's when he met the men who would change everything.